So the me resides in this as me, is residing in all of that as me, so that me through this me talking to me.
Thousands of people across India and the world shared many such videos of Nithyananda in 2019. This Indian spiritual guru and his ridiculous takes on everything from physics to economics made all of us laugh. But while we were giggling away at our phone screens, Nithyananda, a man who stands accused of rape, a man whose ashrams have been in several controversies, made a sly comeback to the mainstream.
Nithyananda was born as Rajashekaran in 1977 to Arunachalam and Lokanayaki, a couple from Tiruvannamalai in Tamil Nadu. According to Nithyananda's own account, he was a child who believed in spirituality, healing and yoga. Sometime after 1995, he joined the Ramakrishna Mutt in Chennai's Mylapore to attain sannyasa. The Mutt had a 10-year program for the process, but an impatient Nithyananda left after about 4 years. Later, he set up his own ashram, the first Nithyananda ashram on the banks of river Kaveri in Tamil Nadu's Erode. Since then, his ashrams grew and diversified. Nithyananda started operating a small healing center from the Chamundeshwari studio in Bengaluru. He also set up his first Dhyanapeetham in a place called Bidadi, a few kilometers away from Bengaluru. It was around this time that this God-man, who calls himself an incarnation of Lord Shiva, got an important breakthrough in his career. He started writing a column for popular Tamil magazine Kumudam called Kadave Thera Kaatru Varatum. What followed was a TV show on a local cable network in Bengaluru, and soon Nithyananda became a household name in many circles.
The column in Kumudam and the TV show caught the eye of a family in Bengaluru in 2004 who became Nithyananda's disciples just like many others. 6 years later, in 2010, a young woman who was a part of this family came to the Karnataka CID with a shocking complaint. She alleged that she had been raped by Nithyananda, the guru she trusted for years at his ashram near Bengaluru.
We were told that our life purpose is enlightenment and he is the only one who can help us achieve it. But only if we trust him completely and surrender ourselves to him. And because I trusted him and surrendered myself to him completely, he made me part of his inner circle. That's when the sexual abuse began. He used to glorify Radha and her unquestioning devotion and submission towards Krishna. He used that on me. He convinced me that I am the only one spiritually qualified to be his Radha.
The young woman's name first came up in March 2010 when Lenin, a staunch disciple of Nithyananda, turned against him and wrote letters to many people, including the Karnataka police, listing out the alleged atrocities taking place in his ashrams. Lenin alleged that 2 women had been raped, 2 people had attempted suicide, and raised suspicions over the death of a Canadian national, Melvin Diamond, in 2008.
At this point, a TV channel in Tamil Nadu played a sex tape of Nithyananda with an actor called Ranjita, and this shot Nithyananda to infamy across the country. The celibate guru, who was in a clandestine relationship, was soon on the run as his ashrams came under attack. The police finally caught up with Nithyananda. In April 2010, the God-man was arrested. But no victims were willing to talk to the police, not even the rape survivor.
When Nithyananda got bail in June of 2010, his followers began an onslaught against whistleblower Lenin. Scores of Nithyananda's followers across the globe began calling complaints of sexual assault a Christian conspiracy.
Just as Lenin's voice was being drowned out, she decided to speak up.
It hurt me that everyone, including my parents, believed that he was innocent just because no one had spoken up till now. I had to tell them. So I told my parents the whole truth. They were shocked, but they agreed that I must tell the police everything.
Lenin and the young woman made another shocking revelation. Nithyananda allegedly forced some of his close devotees to sign a sex contract in 2009.
Almost immediately after the charge sheet was filed, ashramites bombarded Lenin and the rape survivor with several cases. 44 cases, including 2 attempt rape complaints, were filed against Lenin. The rape survivor faced cases of extortion, criminal conspiracy, and was accused of selling Nithyananda's meditation secrets to competitors.
Meanwhile, another devotee contacted the Karnataka CID alleging that her son had attempted suicide in Nithyananda's ashram in 2008. The woman alleged that Nithyananda and his coterie had verbally and physically assaulted her son. The woman, who was a sannyasini herself, quit the ashram and told the police that she was asked to lie about her son's condition and that she could not suppress the truth any longer.
The trial in the rape case meanwhile went on. Nithyananda first claimed he was impotent. A medical test proved he was lying. Then the ashram started a vicious campaign claiming the rape survivor had sexually transmitted diseases.
As the trial went on, in 2014 came another allegation against this godman, whose alleged crimes now included torture. A young woman from Tamil Nadu, Sangeeta Arjunan, had died in Nithyananda's ashram. While the doctor said she had a cardiac arrest, her mother alleged that Sangeeta was tortured.
கிட்டத்துல போக முடியல வாடா. அது எப்போ இறந்துச்சுன்னு தெரியல. உடம்பு ஃபுல்லா பச்சை கலர்ல இருக்கு. இந்த இடத்துல மூக்குல இருந்து நான் போனோன்னா அழுதுகிட்டு இருந்துட்டு இப்படி திருப்பினோன்னே இந்த இடத்துல மூக்குல இருந்து அப்படியே ரத்தம் வழிஞ்சபடியே இருக்கு. அதை கூட துடைக்கல அவளுங்க. ரீபோஸ்ட்மார்ட்டம் பண்ணணும், இது ஒன்றும் சரியில்லை அப்படின்னு சொல்லி எங்கள் சொந்தக்காரவங்க பூரா குழிக்குள்ளே இறக்கும்போது காலுக்கு கீழெல்லாம் கண்ணி போய் ரத்தம் கட்டி பச்சை கலரில் இருந்திருக்கு. கண்ணெல்லாம் அப்படி திறந்து பார்த்துருக்காங்க, ப்ளூ கலரில் இருந்திருக்கு. மண்டையெல்லாம் கட்டு போட்டிருந்ததுனால இது ஒன்றும் சரியில்லை, இது வந்து ஆசிரமத்தில் ஏதோ பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, சந்தேகமாக இருக்குன்னு எங்கள் சொந்தக்காரங்க பூரா வந்து வீட்டுக்கு வந்துட்டாங்க.
Until about 2018, Nithyananda maintained a low profile. But suddenly, a new and improved version of the God-man was everywhere. He was giving talks with business leaders, giving sermons that went viral on Facebook. His disciples, many of them minors, were making videos using foul language against anyone who criticized Nithyananda. And then came Sarah Landry, a former disciple who alleged Nithyananda was torturing kids in the ashram.
On the morning of December 31st, 2017, the Gurukul head stormed into the children's dorm first thing in the morning before the girls were awake with a stick and made one of the children, one of the young girls, beat every other girl there until they either bled or cried tears, and that some of the kids had black eyes, some of the kids had welts visible on their skin, bruises. They were battered.
Let's recap. So far, we've talked about a rape case, 2 suspicious deaths, and multiple allegations of minors being abused at his ashrams. But there was no action taken against Nithyananda, and literally no one in power had looked into the activities of his ashrams. It took one more complaint, not in Bengaluru, but in Gujarat, for the authorities to take Nithyananda's crimes seriously.
In November 2019, a former disciple of Nithyananda accused him of kidnapping and abusing his children. His 2 children were adults and they chose to stay back with Nithyananda. But during the raids, Gujarat police rescued 3 children who alleged torture. An FIR was filed against Nithyananda and his passport was frozen by the Indian government. But Nithyananda had already fled the country. Some say he's in Belize. His bank account is believed to be operated from a tax haven called Vanuatu near Fiji Islands.
Nithyananda's country of Kailasa is another addition to the long list of funny things the Godman has provided us with. However, the joke is on us. A man accused of rape and child abuse has fled the country. his victims have been waiting for justice and will perhaps continue to do so for many more years.